The reason of being able to facilitate time, we're going to kind of do the 3D conversion first of a Blu-ray disc. What we have we're going to show you is we're going to show you a title that's never been released as a 3D movie from the studio. And what we're able to do with the technology that we have and the algorithms that we use is we take the full resolution, high definition 1080p signal and actually mux that into two separate signals that your eyes can then consume and never lose any of the detail or the content that's there. We typically find about a mid setting is pretty good though.
And again, I think it's important. If there's one thing that's a first at the moment, maybe if you've been lucky enough to see prototypes from other companies, maybe you've seen upscaling of Blu-ray from 2D to 3D, but there's no product in the market that does that.
And again, we're not skipping frames, we're not losing, you're not seeing any staggering. This is all real time and it's very fluid and smooth. So you're not, it doesn't feel like it's something that's being converted that you're not going to sit there and be able to enjoy while you're watching it. It's very good playback quality that we're able to offer here. Okay, let's stop this. Is that enough, Tony? Okay. So Richard talked a little bit about the PowerDVD 12. I don't know if any of you have used PowerDVD in the past. We've changed the UI up a little bit in this version, and we've kind of gone away from a tabbed approach in our PowerDVD 11 to a content resources on the left side of the screen, where you can select the type of content that you're going to use from the shiny disc all the way down. We'll kind of step through some of these as we go. All of this also takes advantage, every one of these media formats take advantage of our True Theater technology, which is technology that we use to upscale and to enhance the video experience, the video watching experience. That can be from lighting to motion to stability, things like that.
No home movies that shake. Right.
Not necessarily something that would be, some of the stability things wouldn't be something on a studio movie, but maybe some of the action scenes that are in a movie, by adding the motion, we actually fill frames in between that makes a very fluid motion when you're watching an action scene. It actually is a very unique feature for us.
Yeah, you shoot your kids playing soccer or something,
and it takes out all that stabilization. Exactly. So the interface, we'll take a look at some videos. Let me back up to the top level. We're just browsing video files that we have on our machine here today. And one of the nice things is we're scaled pretty large for this size of a display. But if you had a smaller display, you may want to show more or less on the screen. And we've added some very unique sliders for our software now that allows us to be able to do this smart scaling, so that we can add more or remove more content that you're seeing on the screen. Just make it a little easier to really see this smart zoom. Taking that to another level, we've actually added so that you can look inside of a folder. So now we can actually scan within a folder without even looking in it. We can see the files that are actually in there, and we can take a snapshot of the bitmap and actually play it back, so we can look within a folder without even going in there. This is our smart search, or smart scan, excuse me.
And that works for photos, for music as well. Because as content sources multiply, and especially as we said, as we bring all sorts of content, if you don't make it extremely intuitive, then of course you get lost. So
and plus, it just maintains the interface across all of the media that we offer. Everything is very fluid. So if you used it in videos, it'll be the same in photos and down the line through any one of these. So it maintains that. We also let's take a look at.
So you don't need that key. Okay. So this is why I think what we should probably do is reinstall software. So
a nice thing that we've added as well is Smart Scan. So we can
you're still in 3D, so I don't know if it's going to work.
Why did I turn that off? I don't know why it does that.
A couple of the latest versions of the screen so that you can have a look at it and go, okay,
why it's 3D.
This is solid.
There we go.
And I think that will probably help.
Alright, so within a video itself, we can now smart scan very quickly, and you can see as fast as I can drag it, we're not dropping any frames, we're just going right through, and we're able to scan very quickly without using chapter marks or reference points. We can just drag through the entire process of the film, and you can get to exactly the portion you want, let go, and it's instant playback very quickly. So that's something that users have asked for a long time, because it just makes it very simple for them to consume their media. Another feature that we've added within the playback, go ahead and grab this. Not up 3D. It's kind of interesting to watch something on video, and you may be watching this, and as you're watching this, you say, oh, "Wow, I wish I could." What was that over there? I saw. We've added a feature called Smart Zoom that you can actually zoom within the playback, and you can actually scan around in a zoomed manner. So if you have a video that you want to take a look at a detail on that isn't necessarily available from the video itself, you can actually use our software to do that.
I'm not sure about that goal that was shown.
Yeah. Was he really out or was he not? You can kind of slide in there and you can see it. I mean, again, you're not going to get to make the call, but at least you'll know the truth. Okay, let's see. What do we got? That's videos. So let's just step down. All the
I want to
technology.
show some of the SD to HD the enhancement.
Okay, sure. Do you want to do that on that, or do you want to do it later on the YouTube? So, let's do it now because we don't know about network.
Internet access at CES is always a challenge.
Sure, that's no
So
problem.
yeah, I mean that's what I was saying. One of the big features is that every content you can be sure you'll always be able to see the best possible quality with PowerDVD. That's a big feature that any competing media player. None of them, I challenge you, none of them will be able to play as good quality as PowerDVD, especially when you apply these, what we call true theater enhancements.
Let me just I'll start with here. So we are able to take our technology and render this real time again and be able to analyze the frame and then offer upscaling of the content from standard definition to high definition, lighting, contrast, motion, and this is all controllable through the interface here. I've got it set to auto adjustment relatively low. I'll do a split screen so you can kind of see what happens and what we're offering. I'll do a pause. But you can see on the right, one of the most apparent things is the true theater lighting you're seeing. You're seeing an enhancement of the contrast of the film, and depending on the quality here, we can actually see a lot of detail that was never here that you couldn't see on the right, on the left side. Excuse me.
At this point, I can't remember what message. We don't have any interest in installing software.
And this movie seems to have a little bit of noise. I don't know if you want some noise.
So let me go in here and I'll grab.
The other day I was watching a James Bond movie from the 60s, and they say it was remastered, and still, when we applied these adjustments, it was amazing. It was not, Sean Connery was not the same.
So I just adjusted a little bit more, taking a little bit more noise reduction. It wasn't quite as good as I'd like to be, so I adjusted a little bit. Stabilizer isn't necessary on a produced film like this. It's more of a hand film. So let you take a look. You can actually start seeing the detail on his beard, things like that, that all of a sudden start standing out. That hair loss, hair detail that wasn't there in the original film even. Yep. Oh.
And that's again across every source of content. We'll be able to show you the same in a moment on the tablet.
Exactly. Every one of the content that we support, whether it be Facebook or even your downloaded content. Okay. Photos, we're saying, let's see, we got Fujifilm. We support obviously the conversion of 2D to 3D photos. We also support all the native formats that are out there today, the MPOs, the JPEG 2s, those type of content that are coming from native 3D cameras as well. Let's grab something that's not. Yeah, so here's some photos that we can actually take a look at, and this can be done on the fly. Switch very quickly. And if you put your glasses on, you can see this is converted to 3D very quickly. And at the same time, we also have the scaling of using our True Theater technology. Of course, media, music, we support the full music playback. This, if you're going to have an entire suite built into one piece of software that does all of your media, we want to be able to offer the music as well. And this is playback. There will be a little bit more on that in a couple here. We offer the browsing capability, so if someone came over, if it doesn't happen to exist in your media library today, we can go ahead and browse out to that content and be able to pull it in very easily if it's on a USB stick or a SD card, something like that. Close this one up. Excuse me. We also incorporated in PowerDVD 12, I don't know if any of you are familiar with our product Media Espresso. It's a transcoding tool that we had. It was a standalone application previously that we used to transcode from one format to another. we had a very vast library of media devices that were available, iPads, iPods, phones, Blackberries, whatever it may be. We had a very vast library that we could take, and people would take their content that they wanted to transcode for that device and basically a drag and drop. And it was very well received. But what we've done is we've kind of built that in to PowerDVD 12. And what that enables us to do is use this one application to manage all of that content. So we're not only consuming it, we can start creating it and moving it. And
sure, it's like we included iTunes for every type of device with the same, let's say the same ease of use, much better ease of use.
Well, it's obviously much better because we can.
Sure, and that was the number one thing that users, when we asked our users, we surveyed them, we said, what do you want? What will make you give us $100 for the next version? And they say, we want to be able, within the application, to synchronize between our smart devices. So we're giving it to them inside the software.
I've got an HTC device sitting here that's plugged in, and I can sync, and I can view everything on the device itself. I can consume that media on the device as well as if we would like to. This is content that happens to be on that HTC phone. I'm now browsing it and playing it back on my 3D again.
In 3D.
Sorry, I could do it in 3D. Obviously, it's available, but.
And you could apply the same enhancements.
Apply the enhancements again from True Theater. Show you what's happening. The original content on the left. The upscaled on the right.
So one use case is you shot with your iPhone the night before a little video. So you plug it this way, you play it from the iPhone on the big screen TV, you stabilize and you remove the noise, and then you have something that looks like a great video that was shot with better camera.
And again, you're not all gathered around a little device in someone's hand. We're able to do it on a large display or on an iPad. We talked about the syncing back here, so we can set up a sync rules profile, so we can, every time we plug in, what we want to do, what we want to move, how we want to sync videos, photos, and music within the device.
Yeah, let's talk for a moment about the music stored and the interactive. So yeah, this year we integrated a music store. It's from 7 Digital. It's one of the providers of online music. In terms of quality, highest quality, so all the content is very high quality. It's all DR free. The 7 Digital offers a digital locker, so you can, once you bought the music, you can also have it in every single device you own. It's very intuitive. It integrates itself to our library, so I just thought it was interesting. I mean, it's not, the goal for us is not to make a fortune out of selling content, but just thought it was a good thing to offer it to our users. They have a library of over 17 titles, I believe, so.
It's all fully searchable, so you can go in here. And the nice thing is it's set up for a digital locker, so when you purchase something, any one of your devices that are running the PowerDVD suite will be able to consume that media. So if you're out and about and you log into PowerDVD and you want that song, you just download it. If you have internet access, you just download it and you have that content that was available to you. Again, we can browse by different album, song, artist, all of the typical.
So again, it's bringing something that was available with some other products.
Then we kind of get into our. This is kind of the fun stuff, the magic behind the scenes. With PowerDVD 12, we introduced PowerDVD Mobile for both iOS and Android devices. Yes, thank you, Richard. We have the application available on both, as we said, in the Android marketplace and on the iTunes Store as of this morning. And what this allows you to do is, as you may or may not know, tablet devices, phone devices, your iPods, your iPhones are designed to consume H.264 MPEG-4 video format only. That's what you get when you buy the device. And a lot of times people may not understand that they can't consume their WMV file or their MKV or whatever they have in their format at their home on one of these devices. And Cyberlink has made it very easy for them to take that content and to use it and consume it and move it onto these devices using one seamless application between all of them. In my hand, I've got an iOS device. Richard is holding a Android device, and then we've also got the PowerDVD running on the back on a PC. So we've got 3 different operating systems. We've got 3 complete different platforms, and all of them can consume and manage all of the same content. So on the iOS device, I can bring it, and this is content that's local to the iPad itself. Richard can do the same thing.
Yeah, I'll do video. I can do the same thing, but what I'm going to do instead while he does that, I'll go to home media.
Exactly.
So anything that's connected now, I have access, including his iPad.
Exactly. Now, so what he has access to, and the interesting thing, or the important thing to note in what we have here, is that each one of the devices running the PowerDVD application is all 4 of the DLNA stack. We could be a server, a renderer, a controller, or a player. Every one of these. So we can consume content, we can push content, we can move content. So I can just, if I just wanted, I took this video earlier in the day, yesterday Tony did, just taking a picture. So this is just local content that's here. Impressive, but. So are you scanning me?
Yeah, I was, but yeah, I got a little.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and he's going to look at me. I'm going to go ahead and look at on the network here, the DLNA network. Sorry.
Find the files. I think I had a little.
We've had network up and down all day. Retry.
Yeah. There you go. So now
Okay. So you're on me?
No, I'm on this.
Okay, you're on me.
So
okay.
yes.
Go ahead. I'm waiting.
So basically,
for
what I'm doing right now, I'm looking at all the content from the notebook that's here. I can either play it directly here on the device. It's preparing, and I was just playing here. So let's say I'm sitting on the couch, or I'm in my bedroom. I just want to watch content that's on my own server or PC. There you go. I can watch it. I can do other things as well. If I stop it, I go back. I take this and I put my finger for a few seconds. Then I have a menu that shows, and I can play to. So I can decide that, you know what, where I really want to play it is on the TV here. So it's becoming a controller. So what it's going to do is playing here. Or okay, now let me go back.
Okay, and at the same time he's doing all of this, I'm browsing his device right here, and this is content that's local to his device, and I can start looking, and he's now feeding this to me. At the same time, he's pushing content from there to the TV.
Or I'm going on the road tomorrow. I don't want just to stream it, I want to save it. So I press save, and it will start saving the movie from here to here in the best possible format for that. That's it. I don't need to know anything about any rules, any file format. It just does it, and it's super intuitive.
And that's the thing to really note, is the fact that all of this is doing, the transcoding is happening in the background real time. So what you're seeing is happening right now, and same with the move. When you said to move, it starts moving that transcoding real time and moves that onto your device, or consumes it or pushes it around.
And again, you have the same capabilities to bring the high definition from the single definition. So again, like, bottom line there is that, you know, it doesn't matter where is your content. You know, wherever you are in your home or on the road, it will take advantage of whatever options you have.
And as a controller, I just selected, I'm still browsing his Xoom, I selected a file, I would select play to, there's a little option that comes up here, play to, and I'm going to play it up to the display up there.
So the options are unlimited.
Exactly, it's really unlimited. So I'm now taking content from his device, controlling it through mine, but playing it somewhere else completely. So again, DLNA stack completely in uniformity.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so within the social media, this is Tony's account where he's got all of his friends listed in Facebook. All of the smart scale is still available, as we talked about earlier in the media. We can go out and find one of his friends. We can actually browse down through them. This goes in, looks at their albums at this point.
That's something unique. Besides all your friends, you can see all their photos at once,
yeah,
their photo albums. You cannot do that on Facebook.
Exactly. So we can drill right down in there. We can start looking at photos very quickly. The nice thing about this, if you ever downloaded a photo from Facebook, went out there and said, I want that picture, you have to do it one at a time. If you want a whole album, it can take forever. In this manner, in this application, I just have a hard time grabbing.
Yeah, I think your mouse is...
It's dying or something. Yeah, it's... Oh, there we go. Okay, so we can actually grab all those photos, go right here and say, I want to download those, and you can pull those right then, and just pull them right into your account, or right into your hard drive, instead of one by one. Very quick. So sometimes one person will have we're all out in a party, only one of us had a camera that night, but we all want to have those photos, and not necessarily have to go to Facebook to have to look at those. Very easy. We go browse our friend, browse the album, grab them, drag them down, done. Just like that. This looks like there's a story behind it.
It's worth $100 right there.
She's a camera hog, so.
Okay.
So basically, she would be picking all those photos out there.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Excellent.
So that's
great.
great.
Good. Let's show real quick YouTube.
YouTube, same thing. We've got connect to the internet, be able to consume media from the YouTube site. We can apply the filters.
Which we're already doing. That's why it looks so good.
We'll see. Yeah. Again, we're at the mercy of the network here, so bear with us if it doesn't work. Just understand all of the things we've talked about up to this point: the 3D conversion, the upscaling, the scanning, the zooming, that kind of thing is all available across all of this media. And again, I apologize for the network, but we just can't do much with that. But the thing to remember is that whatever media you are using, you have that ability to do anything that PowerDVD offers.
So I think so these are the key things about PowerDVD. So
again, I wanted to make sure that this version doesn't matter what content, always the best possible quality, what device, always the best possible experience, simple to get the content around, simple to consume all the content from the popular social media sites, because that's what people want to do. So except for missing maybe a service to rent movies, commercial movies directly. You have like a smart TV and home network on steroids just by buying PowerDVD. People spend much more than $100 to create these home networks or buy a smart TV, so that's what you get.